everyone, Jessie from the Scrappy Sisters, and today I'm creating a fun little rainbow layout with you today. So you can see there that I am applying just water straight onto my page. I've not added any gesso to my page, so my page is going to warp, but I'm quite happy with the effect that this has. So I've got my Distress Oxide ink refills that I'm just squirting into a palette. So the one that is just pink that I'm using now was just the straight ink with a wet brush, and you can see there that I'm soaking up quite a lot of that ink. Now this one here that I've just mixed into a purple, that was diluted with water, so you can see there the amount of liquid, the amount of wet, the amount of water that's coming on is quite a lot. So at the very end of my palette I've got some more water there. Probably needed more because it gets dirty very quickly, and that does affect, like right now, this gorgeous yellowy color, mustardy color is going to end up looking pretty brown and gross. So if I was going to redo this, I probably would have dried this off now, so that mustard, that yellow, doesn't get mixed up with this beautiful blue, because there is so much water here in the blue that it all just starts to bleed. But you can see how easily these distressed oxides are going onto the page. It is just mixing on like butter. Now that is happening for two reasons. One, because I have diluted the inks with water, and the other because I have added water already onto the page. So I'm just trying to fix up this yellow just a little, but there's just way too much water going on now. A serviette or a paper towel to soak up that water would have been handy, but I'm on rations at the moment, as we all are. So I'm just going to get my heat tool and try and dry this off as quickly as I can. So you can see there are some sort of pulled watermarks where I have dried up the big chunks of that water. So that would also not happen if you had have used a paper towel or a serviette or something to soak up your excess. Even just going and getting like a face washer or something would probably have worked, as long as it's an old, a rag. But I have cut some arches out of some paper that I'm going to be using, and so that's going to cover up a fair amount of those watermarks, and you're not even gonna notice. So I am more than happy with how this has ended up. My rainbow, sorry, I lost my words for a minute there. My rainbow got a little bit winky wonky in the end, and I'm not super thrilled with the right hand side of my rainbow. So that told me straight away where I'm going to be placing my photos. So the left hand side that looks really quite nice and balanced is going to be more visible than the right hand side that's got a little bit skewed. So that's why my photos are definitely going over there to cover up that kind of mess. I have distressed the edges of my rainbow with my scissors. Nice sharp pair of scissors made distressing super quick and easy. I'm deciding while I look at this that the whole paper needs matting. So I've just pulled from my stash, you can see there it's got anchors on it. So it's not really theme appropriate as such, but you can't tell. I just really wanted the silver because I'm going to be using this holographic thickers to add embellishments and to be my title. So I've backed my photos in this same silver, and as you can see here, I'm just popping on my title and it says Winners Sparkle. I had a play with trying to keep the hashtag, but the hashtag was just too large for the rest of the title, so it's going to come off. And there we have it. So I've got my Winners Sparkle title, and then I'm going to use some of the other bits and bobs that come on these stickers. So I'm actually going to use the spots, not the stars, and I'm going to pop those around the rainbow. There are a few bits where my paper wasn't quite right and I had to join my paper, so I'm using them to cover the joins, and I'm also just using it to tie in all of the silver and shine that's happening on this layout. And then it's on to embellishing. Now I've almost completely run out of embellishments for the kit that I'm using. What you can see there on the right hand side of my page is literally all I've got left. And now a lot of those are about growing and flowers and plants, and although I don't need to have a layout that's about flowers, it kind of didn't go with the feel of this particular layout. So I've used a couple of the pieces, I think literally 3, and then I struggled to use any more. And when I look back at the video, I think I probably could have kept it just the way it is and just kept it super simple, but I decided it wasn't quite enough. So I do end up doing just a little bit more to my layout that, I don't know, I look back on it now and I think it's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it maybe didn't need it, but I'll show you in just a moment what I end up doing. I was looking at the different bits and pieces that I had left, and I saw this scrap of paper from cutting out my arches and thought, aha, I can fussy cut some flowers and pop those flowers in. So I end up fussy cutting the little leftover dregs of these flowers. None of them are complete flowers. They're all have been hacked into a little bit, but I figure I can pop those in underneath the photographs. So I just have a play with those and realize that they might work for me. So I've just popped a little tiny one in underneath the "Today is Great" tag, and then I've got these other ones here that I'm going to pop in underneath the photos. And the largest piece of flower I'm going to have sort of sticking out, hanging off down to the side. That's the bit that I'm not sold on. I'm actually thinking I probably should have kept them more tucked around the photos than they were, but I've done it now and we're going to roll with it. So I just put that little hexagon there that says, I think it says favorite, onto that same sort of yellowy orange colored flower, and then I am just about done because I really don't have many more things to use. I decide I will pop on a few more bits of color by using some phrase stickers down in this favorite to make it seem more like it was supposed to be there and it's not just a random embellishment. And then I'm also going to pop a few other bits and pieces just underneath the title. And then I will be complete and I will pop on over to some close-up photos for you. So I'm just going to pop 3 more statements here. Oh, and I think I do just put a few more shiny dots around the page. Again, just to show that it was worth it and that was the purpose. It was supposed to be there. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, and then I am just about finished. And so I will come on over to the close-up photos. So have you been following along with our Scrap Madness month? This has been a completely crazy month for us trying to get a layout done every single day of the month. I think we're gonna make it. I'm letting the team down, so to speak, in the amount of layouts I have got ready, but I think I will manage to squeeze in my last few. It has been a big commitment, but I've really enjoyed creating so much this month. I think I have finished Tom's album, which would be awesome to be able to share that with you. And I'm super excited. So thank you for sticking around. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. We would love to have you with us regularly. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.